Huanyu laughed so hard that her branches trembled. You're just like what the master said. Did he give any instructions? If the master wants to tell my fortune, I'll give you a Yuking Po Yan Quan. The little monk cried out in the room. Master, you can't just leave like this. The man cried and said, I remember you. Wife? The little monk said he wanted to eat chicken legs. The man was surprised. Aren't you a monk? How can you eat chicken legs? The little monk put his hands together and said, Buddha is in heart. Short life should be fulfilled. The man agreed. You're quite smart, little monk. In that case, I'll take you to find a movie. So they hid in a grass to wait for rabbits. The little monk was puzzled at such a stupid trap. Will there really be a rabbit caught? Master, let's just accept our fate. Let's go eat melon rind and fruit. Because they fell into the trap. Suddenly, a rabbit was caught in the trap. The man smiled and said, I told you. Is it useful? He lifted the trap, and there was a pink fox inside. It immediately said, How dare you attack me? The little monk was puzzled that he had never eaten fox. Should I steam it or braise it? The little fox puffed up its tail and asked, Do you know who I am? Stretch your ears and listen carefully. I am Tushin. Who are you? I'm descending. I'm good at fortune telling. Do you want to have a fortune telling? Tushin Ning snorted coldly, Don't. My sister said that all fortune tellers are liars. A woman's image suddenly appeared in the man's mind. May I ask what your sister's name is? I'm afraid you'll be scared to death. My sister is the mistress of Tushan. The demon lord Shan Lan is her. The man showed a look of confirmation. Tushan Lin straightened her back. I came here specially to find my brother-in-law, but you've delayed me. As a punishment, you must take me to see my sister. I heard he lives in the house ahead. Hello, the man smiled with a grin. Is there a possibility that your brother-in-law is this fox? I'm supposed to find a partner for my sister. But the requirements are 3 heads, 6 arms, and 9 tails. The man said, Since you didn't meet my sister's standards, this marriage should be called off. The little fox turned away with a look of disdain. If you're talking nonsense, let your sister beat you up. The man sighed that these 2 sisters were really... At this moment, a huge monster came from the sky. A huge airship came. I don't know what it is. Your Majesty, in the immortal palace, report to the Devil Lord. The young master of the great wilderness requests an audience. The young master of Dawang. At this critical moment, Tushan, I'm afraid he has bad intentions. The slave saw the demon lord's unhappy face, so he asked if he should drive him away. The Devil Lord shook his head and said not to act rashly. The order is to let the Daomon clan enter the Fuxan Palace. It was a proud man with blonde hair and fancy clothes. He was brought up. The great wilderness is also big. He wouldn't dare to rob. The demon lord wouldn't mind this visit. Presumptuous. Who allowed you to see me without kneeling? A terrifying pressure. The pressure came from above. The young master of Dawang couldn't bear it. He couldn't bear it. The demon lord Sima Wei is an example. The young master is also honest. Su Lvpi is from Danne and is a servant. But I don't know where the unicorn is. The unicorn beast has been prepared and brought up. The next moment, he went to see Feng Jianu, holding the cat Eoshin. At this time, Eoshin was still shouting that he was tired of grapes. To shake his head until he was directly caught by the attendant. He realized something was wrong. God bless me. Great, finally found the unicorn beast. Eoshin was confused. Are you mistaken? I'm just a random cat. The attendant then respectfully said, Your Majesty, we have an event this time. Then tell me. Next. The attendant suddenly conjured up countless gold and silver. We heard that you haven't married yet. In the demon kingdom, only our young master can be worthy of you. So we are here to propose marriage. You are a perfect match. We are a good match. I am invincible among the demon kings. But what is your cultivation level? You are the king of all demons. What is your status? When slaying demons and killing in troubled times, where were you? Besides, I already have a husband now. In the side hall of the Plain faction, the man suddenly sneezed. He looked up at the sky. Why do I feel like someone is talking bad about me? At night, in the guest hall, a tea table was smashed to pieces. Shan Lan is bullying me so much. The servant of Dawang Room sneered coldly. Young master, don't worry. Only on the full moon night, the devil will lose his cultivation and consciousness. The demon lord's power can be taken by the 5 poison method. The young master's eyes revealed an indescribable consciousness. Let's just endure him for another 10 days. The hall was empty. It's so quiet. Only the flower slave was trembling and standing aside. It's so late. The hall is empty and very calm. Huan Yu explained with sweat on his forehead. They should be at the human corpse hanging place. I heard they were listening. That's what he said. In fact, if I hadn't been arranged, I would also like to listen. When the demon lord heard this, which made the demon lord laugh, how could a group of demons listen to that mortal preach? Zhang Li said yes. There was already a long queue. The old lizard lady next door ascended directly. The little monk saw Piggy at the back of the line. He hurried forward and said, Please go back. Today, Mr. Jiang's venue is fully booked. Zhuzhile was not happy. I've been queuing for 2 days. Why let me go back? At this moment, the young master of the great wilderness also arrived. What do you mean by you're famous? It's just for fame and fortune. A centaur immediately advised. Brother, you don't know. Mr. Jiang can make 3 sows speak in one day and became talking pig fairies. I have to admit that you are a great man, Xiao. I have to admit defeat. Suddenly, a commotion came from the surroundings. Look, it's the king, but saw a bright figure emerging from the crowd. It was the Lord of Tushen. 2 stupid pigs are still counting money. Today's quota is full. Please go back. But when they found out it was the deity, they immediately became scared and dared not get up. What is this Zhang Li doing? The Jianglin will persuade me to go back. He is obviously a powerful king. He dares to listen to a foundation-building Taoist priest because the little animals who listened to him, one by one, got ascension. This also attracted the dissatisfaction of the female emperor. Since you are so eloquent, why don't you tell me alone? If you speak well, I'll give you a rare treasure. If you don't say well, your head will be gone. The man smiled awkwardly. You are so rude. I can also not talk. Yudi gently pointed her finger. Cut off his tongue. The man sat on a big stone. It's my great fortune to be with the Empress. Then he pointed with both fingers, and a light appeared. He really seriously showed it to the Empress. The Sword Saint is a great demon god. He took an unconventional path. Why don't you learn the side door of the little one? The so-called creation of heaven and earth. The knife is supreme. She was shocked. This is not the unique skill of the Xianxia Palace. You've hidden it well. Xianxia Palace would teach 先天造化精灵. If I say I want to kill you, would the Xianxia Palace turn against me directly? Would you be willing? The Empress snorted coldly, stood up. After today, I will order that. No one can disturb you. The man thought to himself, this coquettish clearly cares about me, and pretend to kill me. After the Empress left, the man saw a box of treasures. These are all earned by him. The man just wanted to close the window, but saw a little fox jump in through the window. With a bang, the man directly closed the window. Brat, how dare you treat me like this? Believe it or not, I'll call my Empress. Sister, call me brother-in-law. Sister, you are the best sister in the world. The man put his arms around. This attitude is acceptable. Everything is negotiable except borrowing money. Brother-in-law, the things you mentioned, my friends have heard about it. But they still don't believe it. I said I was a big liar. The man was stunned. What are you doing? Do you want me to tutor at home? Yes, please. Please help me with this. I am a well-known person here in Tushen. If something happens, I'll take care of it. The man whistled. Actually, it's not completely impossible. He looked at Tushen Yun with a kind face. Let's make a deal, he said as he approached the little fox's ear and whispered a few words. At night, the little fox was carrying a bag and then quickly shuttled through the yard. and the man seemed to be plotting something. He immediately completed a formation. On the other side, in the Palace of Immortals, the Empress was breathing heavily with a blush on her face. Master, are you feeling okay? It's the full moon night again. The transformation day. The female emperor was sweating on her forehead. Go over there. Go over there. Just as the three were walking on the path, Yudi suddenly became alert. Do you feel anything wrong? The other two shook their heads.